Hi everybody and welcome back to this week's episode of the DRT show. So in this week's episode, James and I just really shot the shit and just had a kind of laugh, just caught up a wee bit because we hadn't really spoken on a call in a long time. So that's what we done, just kind of goofed about. We kind of ripped into the Baftas a wee bit and spoke about me selling my collection. And is James thinking about doing the same? You'll have to wait and see. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff. Well, let's get stuck into the episode. Fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
There you go. Got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, so what are we talking about first?
Well, we're just going to catch up. Welcome, everyone, to the DRT show.
Hey, no. It's my week.
No, go for it.
It's my week. Everybody, welcome back to the DRT show. My name is Graham, and as always, I am joined by the absolute stud muffin man of steel, James, Jimothy, Jim Bob Jones. What's happening?
I'm just wondering how many more names we can put on that. Honestly, I'm waiting for it.
I think it's ran its course already, so...
right,
back
okay.
to-
I've
back
given
to
up on the
James.
PSP. That ran its course, but that's still a thing.
I've gave up on your nicknames. But I think
fair
that's going to
enough.
become a hashtag.
Graham has given up on my nicknames. How about that? How are you, buddy? What's been going on?
Fucking nothing, actually, surprisingly.
That's lies.
Like, it's just been usual kind of stuff,
busy
like...
boy.
Like,
You've been
this
a
is
busy
why,
boy.
for video watchers, or for who are watching the podcast, like, you see the back here, all the mess. This is why I hated being in the kitchen in the first place. Because I was like, you should see the state underneath my desk for the mod that I showed you.
Yeah.
And, like, underneath my desk now is just a fucking shit tip. So I was like, my desk's a fucking mess.
Throw that into there.
Under my desk's a mess, and I was like, I'm barely cleaning my desk. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not fucking cleaning the kitchen. So, fuck
There you go.
that.
There you go.
I got a microscope to see my willy.
That's what I was just going to talk about. You're like, oh, nothing's happened. I'm like, your microscope. So for everyone listening and watching, Graham sent me a video
That's
yesterday that was extremely cool. He got this
it's
like
amazing,
wicked.
eh?
I was so impressed. So he sent me this video, right, of a woodlouse that I'm guessing that was dead because it was
well deep.
infested.
Look at.
There you go.
I've had to wrap
There
the
you
tip
go.
of it there. I'll explain why in a minute.
Aye. So he sent me that, and it is the coolest thing because it is just that. It's a
Fucking
microscope.
mad, like
Yeah.
a digital fucking microscope. But I go for some of the soldering of some of the projects I've got planned that are like very micro soldering. And I'm watching loads of videos where the guys have got microscopes, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just see how much they are, and then I'll get a kind of price for when I want to order one when I can save up.
Yeah.
And then randomly one came up on my Amazon because you know how Amazon likes to read your fucking mind.
Yep.
And it was like, do you want this? And I was like,
We-
fuck, I do. And I was like, 20, it was like 20 quid. And I was like, no way. And I looked
Yep.
I looked at reviews and like
Yep.
Amazon's good for having their fucking feedback section and stuff like that. And I was looking at people's things. I was like, 20 quid.
And they were like, yeah.
I'll
sure.
take a go for 20 quid. Like,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's actually fucking decent. Like, I'll show you a video later after the podcast. I actually tried it with a board soldering,
Oh.
which is why the
okay.
tippet's wrapped in the Kapton tape.
Ah.
Because I have to be close enough to the board for it to focus. So I have to be, so the soldering iron is like, there's maybe an inch between the board and the tip of the microscope. So I was like, I'll wrap that just in case.
Yeah, that's definitely something that needs to be sorted because you don't want to go breaking as soon as you got it.
There we go, fucking melting my tip. But apart from that,
yeah.
I've kind of gotten settled again. I'm back modding stuff. I've got loads of fucking shit over my desk. Literally, I've got 4 projects that I'm in the process of. And then I was like, you know what, let's make the Game Boy mod. Because I needed more mess. So, and all the stuff came from AliExpress, so I had to do it. It all arrived. So
thousands of LEDs and
it's no fucking thousands of LEDs. It's thousands of bastard resistors.
Is that?
For this mod, I needed 5 resistors. For this mod, I
So you
needed
bought
5
50.
resistors. So I had to order 300. Literally,
I love it
there's
so
like
much.
3 fucking there's like 6 resistors in this project. I think out of the 6, there's like 3 values.
Oh yeah.
So like I had to order 300, and it was like
Just
€4. I still didn't understand the logistics.
It's legitimately, I did it the other day. I went on AliExpress. I was like, do you know what? God, these are strong. I was like, oh, do you know what? I need some magnets. Yeah, I was like, okay, there you go. There's like 10 of them.
Fuck yeah.
They're just chilling by there. They're really strong though. Dunk. I know, sorry. But yeah, no, literally, I can see myself going down that rabbit hole soon because there's quite a few things that I want to mess about with and mod. And like after doing the GBA mod, this little bad boy here, which I've still got my little audio thing in the top because that isn't working. But since doing that, I feel a little bit more confident. Like I might be able to actually solve the stuff and not break it.
Bluetooth.
This is what I'm saying. You know, stuff's coming up and yeah, so. But yeah, no, it's pretty dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Well, speaking of dangerous, might as well divulge my purchases now. So this week, no, not this week. A couple of weeks ago, my buddy was like, "Oh, I got this deal on the TikTok shop," and I'm like, "What the hell is a TikTok shop?"
That sounds dodgy as fuck. Like
it does.
I went on TikTok
I was
and
like,
then it showed me a link, and I clicked on it, and then I ordered stuff.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's built into the app. So there's a little bit at the bottom. You press shop and then they come up with deals of all kinds of stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, my buddy wanted protein bars and he managed to get like a good deal on some protein bars that he was going for.
Did he order protein bars for an online shop, did he?
Well, this is the thing, right? He ended up, right, getting a bargain deal for it. It was something like
a brick of dried jizz.
No. He legit got really nice ones. Actually, I don't know if you've ever tried them. I know you're into your weightlifting and all that kind of stuff. But there's protein bars called Warrior. I don't know if you've heard of them. Well, anyway, they do a really nice crunchy bar thing, and it's like a protein bar, and it doesn't
pineapple
taste
flavor, does it?
No, it's. I know you're taking the piss, but I'm trying to think of what flavors he actually did get. It was like. He got a raspberry cheesecake, he got a key lime pie, he got something else, and he just bought hundreds of them. Like, because they were like a $5 for like 12, so he bought like, I don't know, 17 boxes of them. And I was like, this all sounds really dodgy. And he's like, no, legit, I've bought off there a few times now, and stuff have come. So, me being me, I was like, oh, well, what's on there then? Well, you know me, Graham, I love a light. I absolutely love a light. I'm all about
love light.
Yeah, I do. I love lamp. It's like so I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy some lights. So I ended up buying.
I love how it's started out.
5 lights.
It's not. I'm going to buy a light. I'm going to buy some. I know you're going into this multiple purchases in mind.
Honestly, it felt like I was shopping on AliExpress. So I legit got really excited because they had all these different lights on there. One of which I'm using right now. So I'm using this this beast of a bad boy over here.
Whoa.
Which I know, which is a bit of a game changer because it lightens everything up. You know, if I turned it off, you know, I'm just, but nope. So I'm very chuffed with that one because that just helps because, you know, you can never have too many lights, especially when you're doing this. Then this one's one of my favorites, right? So this is like a little diddy thing, right? And then you push it and it's like super duper bright.
It's like the sun. It's like Spider-Man 2. The power of the sun.
It's that bright. It's knocking out the back of the lights. So I've got this one, and it has different things. And sorry for anyone that may be sensitive to strobe light.
We're going to do that fucking flash warning now.
We are. And that one I thought would be really good for when I'm doing my overhead mods because like half the time I can't see because it's never bright enough in here, whatever. So yeah, I thought, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, oh, by the way, it seems as though you like lights so much. How about these under kitchen lights? And we can do them for like £5. And I was like, what? It was like, oh yeah, buy 3 of them. We'll do it for like a £5. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. This is starting to sound a little bit dodgy. Well, let me tell you, Graham, they turned up and they're brilliant. Excellent. So I got a little motion censored under.
Are they the ones that go under like the cabinets?
Yeah, yeah. And then motion set. I know. I was like, oh. I said to Mrs. Lady, I was like, bought some lights for underneath the cabinet. She's like,
Did you
"What
tell
are we
her?
doing that for?"
I would have been like, go in the kitchen and wave your hand under the cabinet and see what happens.
Well, I had to tell her because I was on a run of nights and I was expecting them to come when I was on nights, which they ended up doing. So they came and she's like, and they're USB powered as well, and they last for ages apparently, forever. But anyways, you just plug them in, USB, bump, job done. Under the counter things. And now I go out the kitchen, bung, lights come on. My little man thinks they're the greatest thing ever. He's like, ah, can I go out there without the lights on now? I'm like, yeah, you can.
You can. And the lights still just
Dad,
come on.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never been so excited about having so many lights. So I've just
Lights are
gained 5.
amazing. Lights are
I know.
fucking brilliant.
I know. And
I've got
remind me later.
that I turn on because it's too fucking bright sometimes.
Yeah, that's washed you out. But honestly, I'll have to send you a video of me walking out the kitchen later with it. Honestly, it's fun. I love it.
You need to record it and put it at the end of the podcast for the video of yours.
Yes, I do. There you go. So stick around to the end and you can see my fancy kitchen lights. How about that? How about that? So
I know this doesn't relate to you, but I really need to get a haircut. You know how you put your hat on because you're ashamed of yourself.
Yes, I'm always ashamed of myself.
Everybody knows, James. Just accept it.
Your hair's looking pretty decent.
Oh, hey.
Saying that, all it is, I'm scared of getting that bump in my head. I don't know if you heard about that. That was a funny thing as well. They reckon that gamers in like 20 years' time are all going to be deformed. We're all going to be a deformed nation because of the fact that
with the
we wear
headphones,
and there's going to be a line that'll indent our brains and cause all sorts of damage and fear and terror. Watch out.
Be the fucking. Mind that article which is like the fucking future men. They were all these fucking pasty fucking troglodyte round back fucking nobbins.
Yeah.
What? Off.
Nah, I know.
Fucking
I know.
So
yeah. But no, so that was really my big news for the week. I've been working on our next video, just trying to get that all up and running.
Then I talked about videos. Make sure you record your audio right. Jesus.
So for those of you that don't know, this week Graham released, well, it was last week, he released a video on this new retro tink killer that he's picked up. What's it actually called again? The RBG?
That's like the ODV GBSC.
That's the one. See, that's why I couldn't remember it, because words. But
so basically what it is like a retro tink 2X, but it's like a cheaper, more readily available version. And I thought the audio sounded alright, personally, and there's been a couple of people who have...
We're at about 10 plus comments at this point.
Let me finish. What I was going to say is there's a couple of people who commented saying the audio was fine, like they could hear me in the bother. And I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I can hear myself in the bother. Granted, the music is a bit loud, but like, I don't think it's as loud as everybody's making it, because people are like, oh, I can't hear anything you're saying because of the music.
Do you know, I genuinely think it's just dependent on what device you use.
That's
because,
what I'm thinking.
I will listen. Yeah, I will listen to like the podcast in my car, and it will sound different if I listen to it on, I don't know, my phone, or it'll listen. Do you know what I mean? Or even my headphones is slightly different, so it can be a little bit out there. But
that being said, I know it was a bit loud, and I will take the critique on board and focus more, because usually I thought my music was too quiet, so I had I don't know why I had the notion to turn it up a bit, and I was like, it sounds alright, because like the most annoying part is like I EQ'd my voice like perfectly. I thought like the narration
I know, yeah,
I EQ'd and compressed and everything like that, and I was like, fuck, that sounds good. And then I put the music and then I was like, that sounds good.
That sounds really good. And then people were like, nah, too loud.
But listen, it's had over 2,000 views. There's been maybe 40 comments. And like out of that 40, it's still like there's about 5 or 6 people who are like, no, it's fine. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Look, fair point. I am going to make a bit of effort next time, so it's going to be a bit quieter. I know now. I need to try and find that sweet spot, so I know where too loud is and too quiet is. It needs to be like somewhere in there.
I know.
But the biggest pain in the arse.
We've been doing this for like 3+ years now, and we're still figuring it out. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't think you ever stop learning. No. But
like the annoying thing was like I set live, I think, for the Thursday No, I set it live
Mm,
for the Friday on the
Friday.
Thursday. And then my PC was like, here, mate, you're running out of fucking space. So I went through all my files, and then I was like, all these videos are finished, so I delete them all.
Mm,
And then, fucking lo and
uh,
behold, it's the one fucking time.
yeah. Oh dear.
Raging. But look, is what it is. I know what I'm doing for my next video, and it's going to be nothing but music cranked up to fuck.
Love it.
And me that's gone.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be. And people are going like, can't hear you. That's what's going to be.
Yeah, everyone listening now is like, oh god, why are you doing this? Yeah. So
I
yeah,
kind of laugh because that's actually how I've been hearing the last couple of weeks. Because my
well,
hearing is
yeah,
still
you've
fucking
been a poorly boy. You sound to be fair, I think this week is probably the best you've sounded.
I'm sounding better now, but my hearing is still fucked. Like,
Is
I don't know
that's why
what
the
the
music
fuck
was
is
so
that.
loud on that video. That's obviously what it was.
That's
You were
exactly
like, oh,
what
that
it
sounds
was
fine.
I thought it sounded amazing. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh dear. Yeah. So I actually have something that I was waiting to announce. Until this
you're
podcast.
pregnant.
Oh, I'm pregnant.
No, that explains the fucking leaky nipples.
I'm not. No more. No more. No. No.
No.
I've actually been thinking quite a lot recently about what you did, and I'm starting to think
I mean, what I
might
did.
do the same. Yeah.
Oh, what I did.
Mm. About selling off some of my collection again.
Oh, that. I thought you meant the vasectomy.
I'm still waiting for that one
because you went.
I really don't want any more kids.
No more, and then you went. Actually, what I've been thinking about is. I thought you were saying.
I got the train of thought. The train of thought. No, I've been thinking about selling off some of my collection again, and I'm sort of I'm in the in between stages at the moment. Part of me's like, that's a really good idea, and the other half is like, but what if it isn't? So it's believe it or not, I mean, you're not going to be shocked, but it's probably going to be more so my Nintendo stuff, because I have double up Nintendo consoles and I barely play my Nintendos. Like I'll play my PlayStation all the time. I'll play quite a lot of my PlayStation. I'll occasionally break out the Sega stuff, but a lot of my Nintendo stuff I just don't play anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking I might start looking, and I'm talking consoles as well as games. So, because I've got a lot of double consoles of like GameCubes and Wii's and different stuff like that. And like, I don't know, with modding and like with the Steam Deck and everything else, I'm like, I'm not really playing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I want to play games, I tend to like mess around with my Steam Deck or whatever. So I'm still not 100% committed yet, and I won't sell until I'm 100% committed because I'll have seller's remorse. Like, the PSP stuff is staying. The PS2 stuff is definitely staying because that's predominantly what I play. The PS1 stuff is probably gonna stay, but then I'm looking at some of my like other stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's like, been. Whenever I do this, I go through like the motions. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, just get rid of it all, and then the other half's like, but then there are a few games that you do still really like and you do still want to play, and then I'm conflicted whenever I get like this. But I am thinking it's might be worth selling some of it on now and creating a bit more space in here, because I'm starting to find like cleaning this room is a nightmare. Like most of you guys who are watching, you won't be able to see what's actually surrounding me in this room, because it's quite deceiving, isn't it, when you're just looking at this angle of what I've actually got going on everywhere else in this room. You know, so yeah, there's a more so because, again, like I said, I haven't got an abundance of time like I used to be able just to sit and play games. So like handheld stuff tends to be my thing because it's easy enough to pick up and play. And then when I can sit down, it tends to be more, I'll sit down and play PlayStation. You know, all my Xbox stuff is through my PC. And all my, well, Switch I don't play too often, but I either play that on the Steam Deck or I play it on my, like I'll take it around with me handheld. But it's not very often I log into that. So I was like, yeah, maybe it is time to start looking around and think, how's it
Mm.
going to start moving some stuff on? So that's something I've been really debating recently, and I don't know what spurred it on. It might have been you. It might have been your fault.
You've done something that I've done before. That's not like you, Jim.
Well, no, to be fair, I've done this many times, Graham. Many times before
I'm
you
only
did.
messing, Jim.
I know, but I've been there many times before.
Makes a fucking change.
But I've got some really cool stuff, and I don't know whether this is something that you thought about when you were going through your stuff, but it's like there's some stuff that like I know if I get rid of it, I potentially will never see it again. You know, like I've got I'm just gonna use for example, like I got a Dragonborn Game Boy game, boxed. You know,
never gonna go post that again.
Never gonna see that again. But in all reality, how much am I gonna play it? I mean, I got the ROM, so I still could play it. But it's like, do I really want to get rid of it, or do I just leave it collecting dust? So, do you know what I mean? I'm going through my room being like, you know, and like, then there's a lot of stuff that I have nostalgia linked to, you know. You know, do I want to keep that because of nostalgia's sake? Do I want to keep it? It's it's something that I'm really thinking about at the moment, and I'm considering messing about with the idea. Because obviously, like you gave in, what was it, like a third of your collection, was it?
Probably, yeah. We'll just probably put
half.
I'd say it was probably just under half, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you know, you got a decent amount of cash for it, and you were able to invest in something else. And that's what I'm thinking is like I could invest in something else, then something that I, you know, may not consider buying because of the price. However, if I trade a few things in and get a bit of cash, doesn't necessarily mean I got anything in mind. I just like, do you know,
something the option like.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple of like expensive PlayStation games out there that I wouldn't say no to owning and stuff like that. So, you know.
Like when I first kind of had the notion, like I went through all the stuff and I was like, I'm definitely not going to play this in the future. And I looked at the collection and I looked at the game and stuff that I was thinking about. It's always been around me and the lads playing. And like the first notions I was having was like me and the lads are not going to sit and play fucking Premier Manager 64. We're not going to sit and play FIFA on the fucking Wii U. Because I've got the PC.
Exactly.
So like initially it was like,
yeah,
I'm never going to sit and play this with them. There's no point in having it. I'm never going to sit and play this with them. There's no point in having it. So like I kind of, I don't know how many piles. Like there's like a definitely pile that I'm getting rid of. Then there was a definitely maybe, and then a maybe definitely, and then a maybe, and then a probably, and then a definitely keeping pile. And then when I got rid of the first one, I went to the second one, moved stuff about, and then it was literally just like, this is taking up space. But like another thing as well is like, just now we're getting all my stuff sorted. Like, you know, I've hacked the Dreamcast, I've hacked the Wii U, I've hacked fucking everything. All the games I've managed to put away in the storage now because I'm like, there's only a handful. Like literally, I'll send a picture and I'll show you later in my game shelf now.
Setup, yeah.
Like my game shelf upstairs now, there's like 8 games on it.
Fair play.
Because all the PlayStation 2 games I was going to play, I can still play on my PlayStation 2, but it's hacked, so I just need to load it on an SD card. Same with the Wii U.
Yeah.
Same with the N64 to a certain degree. Like I have still got my N64 set up there because that's the one I do go back to the whole time and play.
Yeah.
But again, all the games that I'm wanting to play on a regular basis are are packed away, but accessible.
So, and that's kind of another thing that I was thinking about as well, is like, it's just, I could look into hacking a lot of these old consoles, like my GameCube. Right. Like, do I really need to keep all the GameCube games when I could just chuck a ODE in there? In there.
There's a new one coming out for the GameCube as well. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
It's like 60 quid.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not expensive either, so I could sell off some of the games and probably pay for it out of that. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing because I'm a bit of a hoarder. I like having stuff, you know.
I was thinking as well. Like, am I turning into a fucking hoarder? Like, having like a load of bullshit games that I didn't give a fuck about, and like even on like the PlayStation 2, Like I've kept all the games that I like, or
Yeah.
that I think would be like, because I've got that Silent Hill collection. I bought that for
Yeah.
fucking 20 quid off Amazon. It's like fucking 200 beans now.
Yeah,
And I was like, I would never get rid of that because I would
No.
never fucking find that again at a good price.
No, and that's kind of where I'm coming from, is like, what stuff, if I did decide to get rid of, would I be happy never owning again? Or would I be sad if I sold off? Do you know what I mean?
But like you say,
there's a
with
lot of
Dragonborn,
emotional.
Sorry,
go on.
Oh, it's just like what you're saying with Dragonborn there, like letting it sit there gathering dust. Like it's stuff you can pack away. So like it's away somewhere safe, and you've got it. And then it's that kind of thing where like 5 years time you get the notion to open the box. You're like, fuck it, now remember this.
Yeah,
and if,
exactly.
If that pans out, then I'll be, and it'll be what, keep all your Game Boy games.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm thinking I might slim down the collection, and like I said, PSP is still something I'm going for. Like it genuinely is. But I'm overrun by here with games. Like you've seen the shelf. It's just games upon games upon games. And if I sell off a big portion of this, I can redistribute that through other shelves, and it doesn't have to be such a cluttered mess. And then, do you know what I mean?
You sell like 20 games that you didn't play, you'll get however much, and then you'll buy one game that's either you will play or is cool to have in your collection, or is cool to have physically.
So one of the things that spurred this on was the other day I was looking. There's a game that I have played on and off here and there via emulation, and I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to play through this until I get like a decent copy and play it with original hardware and play it on a CRT. I just feel like that's the way to play this game. And then I looked up the price for it, and it was obscene, and I can't remember how much off the top of my head it was right this second. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly how much it was now. But it wasn't cheap. It wasn't like it was more than 50 quid sort of thing. It was like a couple of hundred quid. And I was like, ooh dear. But I thought, do you know what? If I sold off some of my collection and just pick it up then, yeah, sure. Do you know what I mean? I would do it. So, and like I said, just to have more access and more room around, that was also, another reason why I was like, do you know what? That would be handy, because there's a lot, like some PSP games I know are hidden on the back thing.
I see that's another thing as well, is that yours is like double stacked, like.
So, actually, it's not too bad. It's Blood Will Tell on the PlayStation 2. It's 95 beans at the moment. I must have been looking at eBay prices, because even mint is only 115. I thought it was a lot more than that. But my point is that's a game that I thought, do you know, it'd be really cool is to play that on an old school CRT, like the way it was intended. So, yeah.
Like when the whole situation with me packing up and everything like that, like that was a nightmare for fucking me. And that was like a third of your collection. So if it was to ever happen to you and you had to pack up, it would be 1,000 times worse, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard work anyway, because this collection I started building nearly 10 years ago. It was nearly 10 years ago I started. It's heartbreaking. It's always heartbreaking whenever I do it. I've done it a few times where I've gone, I'll just slim down that collection, and then later on you're like, damn, that game's worth X amount now. I had what was it, Legend of Gaia? I had that once upon a time on the SNES, and I bought it for like 2 quid. Played it, sold it for like, I think at the time it was like 30 odd quid. That game's a bomb now. Do you know what I mean? It was boxed. It was like, oh. But like, again, what do you do?
Like, I think in that respect now, I don't think there's going to be much difference in prices.
No,
for then to now to the future.
Yeah,
like I think all the games are either going to go up slightly, but not significantly, or start decreasing if anything. Yeah. So I'd say if there's stuff you're going to sell, maybe start selling the minor stuff now.
Yeah. Well, I've started a little box. It's over here. I've started a little box, and that is the start of me selling off stuff. I'm just I'm gonna just start going through, because like I said, even with the Xbox, like the original Xbox, like there's some games that I want to play on there again. obviously you've recently shown me how to mod Steam Deck to be able to run original Xbox games.
Oh yeah.
So there's that, but also a lot of the games I've got on PlayStation 2 and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need doubles of them. I don't need to, like, my preferred way to play is PS2.
Right.
It genuinely is. Like, I'm Sony pony for life in that respect. But yeah, I just think yeah. So I'm more into like I said, these EverDrives or something like that, or like ODEs. I'd rather do something like that at this stage, so I can still play on original hardware, and I can still plug it into a CRT if I want to.
Oh yeah.
But because that was the other thing as well as game capture, you know, I'm trying my best to figure out how to get the best way to capture games footage. Do you know what I mean? Like for this week's video, I've done it mainly via emulation.
Oh yeah.
Because trying to get this, I've got the Elgato S60 HD thingy blobby, whatever you want to call it, and I hate it. It just doesn't ever want to work. It's like it has a time whenever I plugged it in. So I'm gonna get what you suggested, but again, that's not like 20 quid.
Oh,
it's you know, so I'm thinking, well, that will help towards that. So it swings and roundabouts. You know what I mean? I'm trading stuff off, but it will be for stuff that will help me in the future for this channel and doing things like that. So,
but that's one thing I would say is like a load of the stuff I sold, I replaced it with cool stuff. So either project stuff or tinkering stuff or other cool games to play, and like I'd rather have like one game that I would play or that's cool to have physically than 40 games that I didn't play. Because like I said to you, I traded in like I think a 64 console and like 10 games, and then that was enough to get me the fucking Steam Deck then. And then I was an extra £100 to fucking mod it, which again was all stuff then I sold privately to get the cash for that.
Yeah.
And even then, like if I decided to go, I've still got another like 2 piles upstairs, which is like my maybe now and then my probably. So if I sold them then, that's another 300 fucking beans. Like
that's
But then again, that's all the stuff that I might feel, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, like there's stuff that I go through the room and I look around and I'm like, yeah, no, I'd never sell that, and I'd never sell that because that has sentimental value, that has personal stuff for me. But then it's like you said, am I really gonna play FIFA 95? Am I really gonna do whatever? So
I'm interested to see where you go. You'll need to keep us updated.
Yeah,
and you'll need to give me first refusal, obviously, because it's Nintendo.
Obviously. 100%. I know. Here we go. Graham's just sold off half of his collection. He's going to sell off the other half to buy.
I've made space to buy your stuff. Did you just sell this game like a couple weeks ago? Well, maybe. It's like that fucking copy of Biofreaks. I sold that for like 20 quid. Then I was in fucking Amsterdam and I found it for a $5, so I bought it again. And I was like, I'll keep this one.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It was one of the games that kept evading me for the start. And then when I finally got a copy and sold it, and then it came up again, I was like, fuck, I'll keep this one.
You might as well, yeah. No, exactly. But I just feel like I need a declutter of life at the moment. I've just got so much stuff.
I will say it was nice decluttering and getting like a load of space, and then actually seeing the games then. Because like when you trim away all the fat around the games that you like and you want to keep, you actually notice how cool your collection is then. Like I've still kept a couple of wank games like Superman, but like that's because that's
got
thing,
emotional value to you.
That's got a whole big thing.
Yeah. Biggest Titus fan ever over here.
Fucking right, I can't wait. That's actually something I've been meaning today. It's fucking video on fucking Titus Interactive.
Yeah, I know. There's another one in the works somewhere that you never got around to.
Say again.
You were gonna do another one, weren't you?
What, Titus?
Yeah, there was another game that you were looking at. It was pretty horrendous, I recorded a whole thing for that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you recorded your bit,
I sent it all over. Yeah, that's what I mean. And you just ditched the video, and that was about 2 years ago.
I'd fucking say at least, Fuck, I forgot about that.
Yes, I know. I'm still waiting for it. It will come one day.
It'll be what I'll put on the 10-minute retro list. Because I'm actually certain I've got the. Hold on now.
You should still have all the files.
I don't know if I've got the stuff that you sent me or not.
Oh God, I wouldn't even know where to look, even if I did.
No,
Even
you'd have
if I
you'd
did,
have to re-record it.
I have to re-record it. Okay.
Uh,
Well, there may be. I might still have it because I've got a hard drive, which is all the old DRT stuff, and I'm sure it'd be on there.
I fuck.
I'll have to have a look.
I've still got the. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got the me. Oh, I fucking hell! The intro that
There
I've
you
done
go.
for it. Fuck yeah! Oh
Yeah.
man, aye.
Yeah.
I've got the
There you
one
go.
where you got hit in the head. Oh, I
That's
cat through the game of your head, and you're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
aye. That's right. The things I've done for this channel already.
Oh man.
I know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, everything.
Make it worth
Please.
it.
Make it worthwhile.
That's
Leave it
amazing.
be-
I've got to fucking. Aye, that's gonna have to be one of the next ones.
Yeah.
The I don't know what the next video is going to be, to be honest, because mind
don't
that
spoil
tilt
it.
controller that I got, and I was waiting
Yes.
for 750 subs. Well, I'm not going to wait for 750 anymore because I want to open it and play it. So I think that's going to be the next one.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I've been looking at so many little projects and stuff, but you know what? I haven't had the time recently. I don't know whether it's because the little 8-month-old has started cracking her first tooth, but she is a nightmare at the moment. And
that's
then
life.
just
Like life happens.
life has happened many times over and over and over. Hopefully that'll chill out a little bit soon because yeah, it's been hard work to do anything at the moment. Really hard work. You just feel like you're pissing in the wind.
Feels like it sometimes. Like anytime I seem to get like doing here sorted and I get an idea, then like if you could see the amount of Game Boys on my fucking desk right now. I've got that one.
Yeah.
I've got that one.
Oh God.
That one.
There you go. That's
Look,
3.
it's not the same one. I've got the back of this one.
Oh God.
I've got
That's 4.
the board for this one.
Oh God.
That's it.
Just Game Boys everywhere.
I've got
Game
a
Boys for
screen there
days.
for that one.
Yeah.
Literally just because I was like, I had that fucked one, so I was like, oh, let's just mess about and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fucking like, it's never fucking end. I'm like,
Joys of being a modder hobby enthusiast with all this sort of stuff is great, and
it's fucking brilliant. And I've got this bastard, so I'm gonna have to fix that. My fucking
Oh
OSSC.
yes, yeah. You're still gonna try and get
Which
that
is
up
actually
and
funny
running.
because I was looking at it, and
Mhm.
I've actually got the voltage regulators that I think it needs to be replaced.
Yeah.
Because you know how you can't just order one of something, you have to order fucking 500 of them.
You have to
So I
order
think
like
I've already
12.
got. So I've already got them.
That's what it is.
So there you
That's
go.
what it is.
Should
Yeah.
we talk about some news? Because
Yes, let's do it. Sorry, I was just enjoying catching up.
I saw
You
like
know,
it's 40 minutes.
Sometimes
We'd
yeah.
have to talk. Actually, we'd have to talk about fucking anything. To be honest,
no.
I'm good for just kind of jumping to the end. Like, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next one. Bye for now.
Well, the one that you were debating, right? I think we should talk about that. So
let's talk about that.
yeah, go on.
Oh, am I starting?
Well, yeah.
When was it?
Your
When did it happen?
It was only a day or two ago at
All
the
right,
time of this.
so it's
recording.
another one of these. We are so amazing. Let's fucking jack each other off and give each other awards for it. It's the BAFTAs, the gaming ones, and there's one game missing. I can't find.
What game's that?
Like, if you go through the list, they like achievements and people that are, you know, games that have won awards. There's like a game. There's like one game missing or two.
Yeah.
But it's fucking. You know what's weird? This is going to sound a bit off the cuff. It's just because Alan Wake's there. It won artistic and audio achievement. So congratulations, Alan Wake 2. But you know the song for Alan Wake 2, The Herald of Darkness. Oh, you've not played Alan Wake 2, have you?
No, I haven't. No.
So there's
I need to.
You do. It's fucking amazing. I still need to finish it. But the reason I like this song so much is because it's a survival horror game, and then it cuts to this fucking absolutely amazing metal song.
Oh, really?
And it's fucking it's brilliant.
Fair
and it
play.
just randomly popped in my head last week, and I've been listening to it at least like 5 times a day. And on YouTube, it's like
when that happens.
9 minutes long, because like there's a bit where like he goes into like a delirium type state, and then he wakes up and he's like on a talk show. Spoiler. And then there's this band who are.
He's on Jeremy Kyle, is he?
He is. He's
Or
the
Jerry
baby.
Springer for
Is
you
he the baby daddy?
Americans.
But he's
My brother's my sister. What?
my brother and my uncle and also my sister, and I love him, her, them,
my cousin's sister.
sister cousins.
My uncle brother.
Anyway, but he's
Anyways.
I'm not going to go too much into it, but there's like a band who are kind of featured as characters in the game,
Yeah.
and they basically perform live in this sequence.
Oh,
and
do they?
It's fucking amazing.
Oh, that's
I'll
really
send
cool.
it to you because like the song itself doesn't give anything away, but
Yeah.
the song is fucking amazing. And I was singing it in work earlier on.
You just like dancing away to yourself.
It's fucking brilliant.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
But it's just funny because I saw Alan Wake 2 there. Baldur's Gate 3 won a lot of stuff. Super Mario Brothers Wonder won multiplayer. Baldur's Gate 1 music. Baldur's Gate 1 narrative. Fucking blow me and blow me and blow me. Baldur's Gate 3, well done. Congratulations.
I will say, one of the ones that did crack me up, but I also thought, no, fair play to you guys, is the game design. Dave the Diver. Have you seen that game?
I have.
It looks really good. I'm actually like on board with it.
Aye. It's a different design, which is supposedly probably why it won it. And like one of the topics about the thing we're going to talk about later about all their games.
Yes.
Everything does look kind of samey, and it does stand out. And it is.
Yeah,
it is interesting.
I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that.
Aye.
So yeah, but I thought it was really good.
I am so over just all these fucking bullshit. Fucking aren't we amazing? Like let's all fucking high five each other and stand in a big circle and fucking slap each other's dicks. Like,
yeah.
Nah. Evolving games, Cyberpunk 2077. Huh.
Because basically it's unbroken now. So you know.
I don't know, man. Sky Resurrection. Why is British games specific?
I have no clue.
So it's because Baft is British, isn't it?
Potentially, but does it really matter?
Is that not what the B in BAFTA stands for? British Academy of fucking twats and assholes. Is that what it stands for?
There you go, everyone. Now you know the secret acronym thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, come on. Yeah. It's just a load of nonsense, really, isn't it?
Aye.
So, yeah.
But it's no like try to be a dick, but like I'm surprised Final Fantasy is not here at all.
Well, it was in the I think one of them was like, I don't know, best game design.
Was that? I was just about to say you got beat by Dave the Diver.
To be fair, Dave the Diver, deserves it.
I don't know why, but every time I hear Dave the Diver, I just want to sing like Holy Diver. Dave the Diver.
You've been down too long in the dirty sea.
Oh man.
I've killed Graham. There you go. No. I mean, can I just say as well, right? No. So as much as I go on about how terrible the Zelda game is, right? My little lad, do you know how many hours he's up now?
He's surely like 500.
It's nearly 500 hours. He's got like 500 near enough. I think he's like 478 or something like that. It's like quite high up near the 500 mark.
Well, yes.
And then in Pokemon, he's got like nearly 300 hours. I'm like, dude. I'm impressed. Do you know what I mean? But he was showing me.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, I was going to say, I'm just so impressed with him because he's proper into it and he's building stuff in there. And he's like, the thing is, all I've got to do, and he's watching videos at the moment on it. He's like wrecking my algorithm feed on my YouTube because it's just like, do this in Zelda, And he's like, he's legit only got like one more, what are they called? Not the shrines, the, he keeps telling me what they're called, and I keep going, oh yeah, that's nice. And now I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it. Not Divine Beast.
The Korok Seeds?
No, it's not the Koroks. I don't know. Either way, he's got like literally one more of those to do, and just defeat Ganon, and then he's done the game. And I'm like, surely, like, that's insane. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Kid's 7, and he's like basically 100% at Tears of the Kingdom. Wild. Sorry, it just blows my mind.
No, that's fair enough. I couldn't do that as an adult. not because I've not got time, but like literally, I could not concentrate on a game for that long.
I know. But to be fair, he's on it every morning before going to school. He'll play on it for a couple of hours when he comes home. It's insane. I'm so proud of him.
I am so proud of him. As well. Like, I still remember that time coming to yours, and I thought like I was doing well enough, and I got fucking put in my place.
You got schooled
fucking
by a
rookie
7-year-old.
numbers. You got to get the numbers up.
You were like, oh, I've done at the time. At the time, I think you'd done about 300 hours, wasn't there? Because you were like, oh, I've done 30, and you were like, he was like, oh yeah, 300, showing you the switch.
It was over 300, and I was like at 30,
and
I'd barely fucking scratched the surface of the game, and I was like, where do I go, Flynn?
Yeah,
I got here and I couldn't figure out where to go, so I just left it.
Yeah, honestly, he's like amazing with it.
That's fucking
crazy.
Brilliant. What Pokemon game is he playing?
He's playing Pokemon. Well, for Easter, I got him Pokemon Blue, and I was hoping that he'd play that, and he's played maybe about 10 minutes
on the Game Boy.
Well, he's got a Game Boy. Remember we modded.
I don't remember that, but I thought it was. I thought you were saying on the Switch, but it's on the Game Boy. That's a whole different fucking level.
So I've given him that, but no, the 300 hours is in Pokemon Violet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's all about Pokemon Violet. So
fuck yes. Like I was going to say, to branch off of that now, Oren has started collecting Pokemon cards.
Yeah, buddy. What we need to do is get Oren and Flynn together, because they both collect Pokemon cards. So there's a battle.
Me and Oren have been going over the rules for Pokemon battles. But it's only been like fucking a week, and they got like a wee starter deck. And like it teaches all the rules, and it comes like fire and grass or something like that.
Fire and ice, probably.
No, it was like fire types and grass types. But it was like a basics, like how to learn to play the game.
Oh right, okay.
So it has like a set deck that you play to a player with, and then you learn how to basically progress through a match.
That's cool.
But then
I love that.
Mind you, we were over and we saw that fucking Sports Direct started having game in it. Well, the one in Ballincolga's got a game in it, so I made the mistake of taking them, and then lo and behold, he found a fucking tin, like a lunchbox tin.
No, I know exactly the tin you're on about. We've got two of them. I think I've got one of them up there as well. Yeah,
he got one of them, loads of cards, and he's like, "This is like a fucking shadow and fucking whatever type.
Yeah,
this is a fucking psychic fire type." And I was like,
literally,
back in my day, there was only one type.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. I'm like, it's 151 or nothing else. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like
151 or nothing. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything past that, don't talk to me.
Nah, I know. So.
And he's fucking pulling. He's like, "Was this Pokemon out when you were young?" I was like, "No." And then he pulls out like Clefairy, and he was like, "This pish."
Like, I know. You're like, are you kidding me?
Like,
get out. You want to find somewhere else to live,
kid? You know, he's committed. He's fucking dedicated on finding a Pikachu and a Raichu now, though.
Ooh.
Absolutely fucking committed. That's the ones that he wants.
Nice. I know.
It's funny. Like,
I've still got a lot of my cards from my youth. I've got them up in the attic because I have to hide them out of the way. Because if he sees them, he'll want them. And I know I've got a shiny Charizard in there as well. I have. Like the OG shiny Charizard, and no, I'm not letting him mess around with all that nonsense. I'm like, no chance. You can play with all your other ones.
So the British Association of Farts, Twats, and Assholes
move on from that nonsense. Yeah.
So Final Fantasy VII.
No, we can't talk. We can't talk about that because I am a disgrace of a human being, and I still haven't finished the game.
Well, because you like Final Fantasy VII. We know you like Final Fantasy VII, James. We all accept you for it. We know you've got a jar under your desk. We're not going to fucking judge. Right?
I've got a jar under my desk. What does that even mean?
You know what that means. If not, I'll explain it to you later. If Chris is listening,
he'll know exactly.
Chris knows. Chris is the one who told me about the job. But I saw this earlier on, and I thought, I'll be interested to kind of know James's take on this. So
I've been scared to even read it because I have literally
just read the headline and then took what I'm going to ask you just for that context. And that's
okay. Well, I was going to say, because I haven't read this article and I will not be reading this article because even though I am a disgrace and I'm only about halfway through the game, I've only put like 30 odd hours into it.
Believe it or not, there wasn't a whole pile of thought put into the doc this week because that took me like 5 minutes, and that was me,
This is
like,
more of a catch-up week. It's fine.
basically.
It's fine.
But
Yeah.
if I may, it was Final Fantasy.
Go on.
I'd say I don't know. Actually, I don't know because if you've not finished Afterbirth,
This is why I was worried about talking about it, because I've managed to, I was actually speaking to Eric the other day about this, because he finished it, John's finished it, everyone's finished it, and he's like, dude, I thought you'd be the first one to finish it, and I'm like, life, my guy, life. But I've managed to be like, pow, 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 like smacking away any spoilers, anyone's talking about anything like this, and I was like, no, I must stay pure. I must be clean.
I've seen the pics of Aerith and Tifa on their bikinis, and I don't know if it's actually for the game.
It is.
I'm buying that game.
Oh, it's so good.
100%
It's so good. Because she come in, she's like, what the hell are you playing?
Oh my fucking god.
I was like that. I was like, oh, it's Final Fantasy. She's like, really? Like, really? Like, she looked at me like, I was like, yes.
But I remember that meme about the wrestling, when I was like, wrestling when I'm by myself, and it's like Stone Cold and The Rock, and it's like wrestling when my parents walk in, it's all the divas rocking about the
bar and panties matches. Yeah, it was literally like that. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Final Fantasy 7 shite. X-Men 97. Are
you caught up now?
No, not yet.
Oh, dude.
But having watched the first episodes, I am thoroughly enjoying it so far.
So, Graham watched episode 1 and was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Gotta watch it. Oh, best thing ever. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I never said best thing ever. I said it was good.
No, I might have said best thing ever, but whatever.
Let's...
So I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So at the time, I was just finishing off my rewatch of Stranger Things. And as soon as I finished that, I thought, okay, we'll give it a go. Well, my God, I watched X-Men 97, and it is one of the best shows I think I've ever watched. I mean, I like the original. The original was really cool, but it's literally like they somehow managed to walk back in time and go, right, let's make the rest of this. It's taken, obviously, after Xavier passes away, which, if you don't know by now, this came out in 97.
Spoiler.
So, 96. So, spoiler. But you should have known that happened.
To be fair, you've had like nearly 30 years, so it's your own fault.
That's what I'm saying. They've continued it on from there, and my God, I won't spoil it for anybody else who obviously hasn't seen it, and obviously yourself, but holy shit, I loved it. I was genuinely invested in it and was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm all about it. So yeah, there's lots of twists and turns and lots of things that you didn't necessarily see. And I found myself getting back into it big time. I was loving it.
Like, so. I was very hesitant because I thought they were going to make it like very modern, if you get me.
It's not.
And it's not. And I am so fucking happy. Because like I knew Cyclops was going to take over, and I thought they were going to just turn him into a fucking bitch, because that's what they do nowadays, is they just turn any fucking man who's in a position of leadership into a fucking knob end. But not. He's doing cool as fuck shit. Like the bit where they're falling out the plane, and he was like, I'll see you down on the ground. And he just like fucking bombs it down and starts blasting. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so fucking cool.
That's why and there is so many more scenes like that to come. I love it. Honestly, I love it. There's a new character that they've added in as well that's pretty cool. I quite like him. But yeah, I'd say it's a very faithful thing. I don't know. I never read the comics. This is the genuine thing. Like, I only caught, like, I did used to watch X-Men 90, like the original 97 stuff. And my cousin was big into X-Men as well. So like whenever he would come over, we'd watch hundreds of episodes. I don't remember a lot of them. I rewatched some of the earlier stuff when I heard this was coming out, and I don't recall a great deal of it. No, like when I rewatched it, I was like, I'm sure I've seen this, and then like some bits would be a little bit like, that looks familiar, but a lot of it, no, I didn't recognize it. But no, it was amazing, and more greatness is to come. So
I've got the episodes ready to go anyway.
Yeah, but you need to sit down.
There's only going to be like 10 episodes or something, isn't there?
I think that's what they're doing, but I legitimately binged it all. Like literally as soon as.
No, but they're not yet. Is that not what it is?
No, but they were 5 out, and I literally
aye.
watched 5 consecutively
But
because you
there's
were
10.
like, "Oh yeah, you need to watch." Yeah, 10 in total, is
10
it?
episodes or something.
So we're halfway through.
TV shows as well. Fallout. I've watched the first episode of that, and I am thoroughly impressed. I've heard at the start, I heard a lot of kind of negativity about it, but I don't know if that was just fucking screeching heads on the internet.
Screeching teens on the internet.
And then, like, I've been hearing kind of more good things, so I was like, fuck it. Again, I thought we were just going to make it another fucking modern day fucking masterpiece.
Well, the thing is, I think I mean, I wanna say that they've learned now that like it's just pointless doing that. Like, make a faithful thing to the source material. The thing is, people who enjoy it will enjoy it, and people will hate on it. And yeah, you may get your 5 minutes of fame by making some nonsense like that, but I'd rather have something personally, and you would think these guys would, that people would go back and watch, so that if there's more coming out, they'd want to stick with it. Do you know what I mean?
There's a couple of bits that annoyed me, but apart from that, like, I wouldn't say they annoyed me enough to put me off watching the rest.
To be like, oh no, I'm not watching that again.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna start checking that out now.
A couple of bits that annoyed me were kind of no game specific, but like how they set it up. You know, it's no things that are in the game, and then they were just like, oh, we'll put this in to kind of drive the story. But then it's not enough for me to be like, fuck this. But I'm going to watch it, and William Goggins is in it, and he's fucking amazing.
I have no idea who that is. So.
You'll know him to see him. He seems to be like one of these actors who's like in everything, but hasn't quite made it big yet. But he's fucking amazing. Like you'll know when you see him.
Yeah, fair
you'll
play.
know him to look at him.
I like I said, I've seen a trailer. I think I've literally seen the trailer, and that's about it. So, she's got the Grinch walking around in the back there.
That's a ghost.
For audio listeners, we got a rogue Grinch floating around in the background.
If you listen to the audio, you'll have to watch the video.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited.
Bye. I say we're probably just call it a night there. It's been an hour.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Like, this was just basically as much as a prepared fucking podcast as ever. Especially when it's my week. It's like, oh fuck, let's maybe to the last minute scramble for ideas. There's a couple of things I want to talk about, but I'd say we can either make it a video topic or just a podcast in itself. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, that works. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the main channel as well for our beautiful videos.
Audio clip, zooming in James's face. James, take your hat off. Yes, see, I told you would.
I hope that was worth it for you people.
Again, video exclusive, so audio listeners, you have to go to the old YouTubes.
YouTubes.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks everyone for checking it out, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.